low key TV, breaking fools off.
What up, my nigga?
Said low key TV, breaking fools off.
This is a Said Low Key TV production.
Said low key TV, breaking fools off.
Yeah. You a hopper fool?
Said low key TV, breaking fools off. Yeah. We on the west side, the 6 side, Majestics, worldwide.
You never know what's going to happen sometime when you're doing certain things. During that first particular show, they did a panoramic. First time they ever did this, and they ain't never done it again. They did a panoramic picture view of the car show from inside the arena. They did it. And this was one, and this whole thing was one particular photograph, panoramic picture they did. They never did it again. The first time ever. Now, see, God is good. If we look way in the corner right here,
That's the car. Yeah, that's the car.
that's my car. See how things work out for you? That's my car. And these were postcards that they had made up for, everybody later on. They just sold them postcards and stuff like that. So you just never know. But anyway, so many things are done with this car, like I said. And then at one stage after I painted, like if we know on here, it's plain. Mm-hmm. No pinstripe, no nothing, no pinstripe on the car, no nothing. Just plain orange pearl paint job.
Right.
After a year went by or whatever, then I put pinstripe on it. On big pinstripe along the top of there, and on the back of the car, it had like gold leaf stuff on the people that know painting know what gold leaf designs are. You know what gold leaf is?
Yeah.
Gold leaf, big old gold leaf thing. And William Bryant, he did all this. And see, by then I had a little money. I started stealing more cars. I started stealing more cars and stealing more tape and stuff like that.
Okay.
So my funds got pretty good.
Let me ask you this. I did an interview with Ted Wells. You see the interview with Ted Wells?
Yes, I called Ted a little while ago.
Okay.
I told Ted that you was coming over. Oh, wait, Ted, you're always excited. Ted, you always excite me. Now go ahead.
No, I was just, he told a story about your car got so low it went under a 18-wheeler.
The point about it, I don't know how I did all that. I didn't know. And what's so funny, what's so funny about that, this is so funny. You never know something that you don't think about it. Because I have had so many people back in the day, old people told me I did that. I can't remember me doing it. I remember doing something crazy. Everybody say, you ever done somebody come to tell you, man, you did this, you did that, you did it? Okay. Right. Now, Ted, I appreciate what you said, Ted, because I did, and I had some people tell me about that in different segments that was in that cruising down Crenshaw off the freeway right there. I know exactly when it was.
Right.
When it happened, I might have been so high. I might come back there. We put a lot of weed back in the day. A lot of weed. Lay it down. But, we busted because this car was so, back in them days, our cars got down. So anyway, that's my story. I'm taking with it.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
My story, But Ted, Ted, you the man. So I'll tell you some other stuff. Now, as far as low riding have changed over the years. It got commercial and it got more business-like. There's no, the love for low riding is good. It's very, very good. See, back then, see right now, they wouldn't do, low riders won't do their cars like we did cars back then. Cut them up, customize them. You know, they want to leave them clean and all that kind of stuff. We cut our cars up, customize it, we changed the lights, tail lights, and the whole 9 yards. That was our thing. You get your old Chevy or old Ford, whatever, and you cut it up.
Right.
Suicide the doors, you just flare fender, all this customized, even the side pipe thing on the bank. That is, but you gotta be creative with yourself. Like even that big old part right here, that is an old dry shaft. Because dry shafts are hollow inside. I cut the dry shaft, splice it in and make the design on the back where the pipes go in at. Weld it to the side of the car, and have the pipes chrome. Something different. Okay. These are 520s, 13s, Supremes. Now, can you believe these wheels are all on the same? Over 50 years old. 50 years old. 50 years old. It's unheard of. Not only the rim, you're not going to believe these tires are about 50 years old too.
Tires are 50 years old.
The tire.
520s.
520. Yeah, 520. They don't make these no more. And no, I don't leave them on the car. The only reason why they're on the car right now is because of the interview thing. I put my car on a jack stand, take the tire off. But these tires, now look how much rubber is on this. And that. See, one thing about old school, we know how to preserve and save our stuff. We know how to take care of our stuff. Because we know what we want to do. Like I said before, presentation means everything. And you gotta know how to save your stuff and be careful of what you do. I tell people right now, they can't believe these tires are 50 years old. Why not? You know, I can show you the date on this. All tires have a date, but you can't see it right now because it's too much on it. But these tires are 50 years old. You ain't gonna have no tire 50 years old because I know what I want, and I know how to preserve things that I like.
Right.
That's all it is. You just don't take nothing for granted. But yeah, so 13 Supreme. And matter of fact, I had these Supreme remade when I first got them. It may not mean nothing to you, but where the Supremes are right now here, they was right here on this edge, on the top.
Okay.
That's where the Supreme was originally.
So you kind of got them deep dished a little bit.
What I did, now you can see all the weld up in here.
Okay. Yeah.
All the weld. I had the guy cut it out, and move it back to the end to make it a little deeper. It was just creativity.
Right. Right.
It's just the look that I wanted to look the way I wanted. But anyway, but basically, what I want to while we on the subject, did you see the back of the car?
No.
Okay, let me come on back here, Joe. What you want to do is the custom work that I had on the car. The custom work that I did on the car. I had these customized. These are 68 Mustang lights. 68 Mustang light. Turn sideways, sunken in. Have sunken in. And we mold them in out there. We made a metal box and weld them up. Kind of. This here is my original Corvair bumper. You know, Corvair have a bumper that they normally go all the way around like that. What I did, I cut the bumper off, spliced it, had it welded, re-chrome, all that kind of stuff, and did the customize to it. And did some fine tuning things to it for the license plate and all that kind of thing. But basically, that's what I did on that thing. Now, come on, let's go to the front. And the original suicide doors. I don't know why they were called suicide, because you gotta get out this way. And it was done. I had to use back then, I don't know what year, Jaguar, but the hinges are reversed. You can't use the same hinges on the back to make it go like that. So we used some Jaguar hinges and a suicide door. See it? They open and close. Yeah, and matter of fact, while we got it open, look inside. I gotta go ahead. Look inside. Now see that all the there's no, if you look at the upholstery, this upholstery is 45 years old or older. You don't see one button missing, do you? You don't see one button. You can't believe that, can you? You can't believe that, do you?
No buttons missing.
No button missing. You know how some and you know how some upholsteries get slick and old and faded, on.
Right.
None of that. I always keep my car covered up. I take care of it, I blow it out. Even the carpet. But this old stuff, old mohair. I mean velvet, old velvet. Like even now, look at that steering wheel. Can you imagine that steering wheel is about 70 years old? That steering wheel about 70, because even I just turned 70 myself, but that steering wheel was still around before I got it. Like they don't have chain steering wheels no more. They don't have chain no more. But it is what it is. But this is the way it is. Now, in the front, come here in the front. Customized tail lights. I mean, a headlight. These are 68 Chevy headlights.
58 Chevy headlights?
68.
Oh, 68.
68 Chevy Impala.
Okay.
Impala headlights. But what I did, I made a box for it inside here. I turned it upside down. And the reason why this piece of chrome right here, when the light shines, the reflection of the light shine off that chrome and give it a whole different kind of look. Follow me? I mean, this is creativity that you have to have back in them days.
Right.
The things that you have to think about things.
And this is 69.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, way back then. See, back then everybody then had an ingenuity of doing things. You design the car that you want to design for you, and then you want to be different about what you do. Even the bumper. The bumper is the original Corvair bumper. So I cut it on both sides. Had it cut together, rolled together, had them rechrome. This is a 1970. The grill is a 1972 Cadillac Coupe grill. 1972
Okay.
grill. You know. And like then the all famous Holloway windshield wipers. Yeah. Now the paint job, now the paint job is old. You talk about 50-year-old customized paint job. 50-year-old. You talk about customized paint job. You know, over time, weather beaten and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Everybody said, "Why don't you be painted for what?" I'm done. I'm done going to car shows. As far as trying to win something, I did all the shows I want to do as far as going to shows and being out there like that. I let the young guy do it now, cause I don't want to pay. Cause to paint this car like I want it, it's gonna cost me about $8, $9, $10,000. I ain't going there. I've been there and done that. To the point where I don't have to do all that. And basically, I don't want to do it.
Right.
And basically, one thing about things said is this. One thing I say about things. That's why I don't give interviews. And everybody that knows me knows this of me. And they can, anybody you get anybody say it, any lowrider. Nobody ever, and you're the first one I ever had an interview with.
I appreciate that.
And nobody ever hear me talk about this car. You follow me, Cedric? Are you really following me?
I'm following you.
Nobody ever hear me talk about it or brag about this car because I know, I don't have to. This car speaks for itself. I'm not one to be talking, my car that, I'll be bragging about. I don't need to let your car speak for itself. You ain't got to brag about your car. You got something.
I heard that from somebody, a partner of mine,
Yeah.
gangster.
Yeah.
Take pride in your ride.
Right. Proud of you? Yeah, right. And the same way as for being a man. Being a man. If you walk like a man, do things as a man, people gonna look at you that's a real man. You ain't got to do anything because you're already there. But when you go out there bragging about how good you are, you want people to notice you because you're doing this, doing that, it don't mean anything. Well, for me personally, I was raised in a Pentecostal family church. I was raised and born in church. My mama was evangelist. My daddy was a deacon and trustee. We were raised in churches. I put God first and make sure I do things right. But the way things are nowadays, people got away from God and religion. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care, you can be a Buddhist, Muslim, whatever. It's okay. But believe whatever you believe in that. Believe in that. So that's why I don't talk about my car, because I have my fun with it. And the thing about it, I still have mine. See, most people talk about, this guy, that guy, this thing, and then when I asked them, well, why did you sell your car? Oh, I had to pay a bill, I had to buy this, do that. I said, okay, sell your car, you pay that bill. Next month, what comes? Another bill, the same bill.
Right.
So you ain't got the car? You hold your car.
Same bill coming back.
Same bill coming back.
Okay.
So no, I don't like living like that. So I kept my car on the purpose of, I feel, I did it. I built this car. I designed this car my way to have fun. And you know what? I just did it to have fun. Being good with people, have fun with people. I have been blessed to meet so many people. I had the mayor, Bradley, sit in my car before.
Tom Bradley.
Tom Bradley. Gil Garcetti's daddy. The mayor's daddy.
Right.
You mean Eric Garcetti's daddy?
Huh?
Eric Garcetti's daddy.
Yeah. Right. He went to Washington High School. He went to Washington with my brother. And I am so blessed to know that they had sent in my car Kenny Hines Sr., Janet Hines' father, politician. 'Cause I was the only one said I was back in the day. I'm the one that really started doing car shows in the park, way back in the 70s, through the county of Park and Recreation. I don't know if you heard about my show back in the Sioux Park, Sportsman Park back then, up to Western and Century and Western.
Yeah.
I did one of the biggest shows, car shows, way back in 1980, because they trusted me to do something. Because I teamed up with the county of Park and Recreation. Because they talking about, oh, we can't do no shit down, no, too many people, all that. I convinced them to doing it. I got pictures in my book about it. But I did it doing shows like that in the parks, stuff like that.
Right.
These park shows came way after I did mine, you know. But anyway, I'm so blessed doing things. Now one thing I want to speak on real quick.
Let me ask you one question real quick. Talk about the ripcord now.
Oh, okay. I won't forget about that. You know what? What I did, I made a drawing here.
Okay. Let me hold that up so we can check that out.
I'm trying to see. Okay, well, let me. And I listened to one guy talk about. Okay, guy was talking about where his son or brother was in the car.
Yeah.
And in the back seat.
Right.
And all that kind of, you know. Okay. I would have had a better drawing on this, but I mean, this is. Okay. Oh, I was to say I'm missing a page here somewhere. Okay, let me see. Okay, here's. Let me. Okay. If you can see where I wrote in there.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me
It
get
said,
that.
Manual pull dump. Can you see that?
Let me see. Hold on.
Hey, can you hold it?
Yes, sir.
This is my diagram of how we had our list back in the days, how the setup was in our cars. Once you buy the book, you can understand it better. But here is the solenoid. This is the ripcord pull dump manual dump back in the day. We had to have a cord that we had lined up. This is the dump, and on the end of the dump you'll see a little pin in the box, and this little lever right here will pull down and make it pin, and that will release the fluid. This was a long cord, but here I got it set up to the point where we had a solenoid, like a starter solenoid, that we would mount to our box to the dump. And that when the renovation of the automatic dump came out.
Right.
But before the automatic solenoid thing, before somebody figured that out, the dump thing valve was like, had a long cord. It leads from the back of the car inside the car, big old cord, and you had a little wire tied on to the dump valve, and you pull it, and when you pull that cord like that, it will hit the pin in that valve. When you put that pin in, the fluid will dump. But on the other side, you will hit a switch for your battery to raise your motor up. pull the cord. You almost like driving like. I'm gonna say how I did it. I'm tell you how I did it. You had the cord on this side, all in the trunk. You pull the cord, car goes down. You had your up switch with your motor to raise the car up, switch by your right leg. Hit the button, car goes up. You pull the switch, car go down. Hit the button, car goes up. Follow me now. Pull the cord, car go down. Hit the button, car comes up. Now how we got very creative in doing it as we were riding, going up and down the street. You be in the car. This knee here. One of these knees will hold the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You use the steering wheel to guide the car
Right.
as you run. I mean, you didn't go fast. You didn't go fast. But as you driving, you get the car straight by your knee, and you pull the switch, pull the cord. You almost like doing like this.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously, as you driving, you pull the cord, car come down. That was very cool when you go by the high schools.
Girls.
Girls get on down, you get the switch, car come up. Everybody be out there screaming and hollering. They be hollering because they wasn't used to that. It wasn't used. I mean, we're back in the '60s.
Right.
You know, some schools wasn't nowhere around hydraulic, and I used to go out down the schools to some of the schools like Washington or Fremont, Manual, or Fremont, or anybody. The skating ring.
Right.
The skating ring. You pull the switch, pull the cable, pull the switch. Like that, and that's the way you roll back in the day.
Okay. Now, when you pull the cable to go down, is it like a hard, fast drop?
No.
Okay.
It's always, you know what? You had a little valve, like a little turning
Slow
valve.
down.
Just a slow down. That's what you call it, a slow
Okay.
down valve.
Okay.
So Ted, you know about this, Ted. A slow down valve. You slow it down, speed it up. So it goes down.
Okay.
How you want it.
Okay.
And, Ted was a master at learning this stuff after the fact.
Okay.
After the fact, but he knows about it.
Right.
He knew about it. But I wasn't doing it, you know. Because by the time Ted and other guys started lowriding, they had square dumps.
What's the age difference between you and the gap between you and Ted?
I'll be 70 next year. I don't know how old Ted is.
Oh, okay.
I think there's
I was just trying to figure out how far were they behind you guys.
Ted's about 5-6 years behind me.
Okay.
But as far as him riding out there like I was riding, he wasn't doing him or Cherry. All them guys wasn't doing it like that.
Oh, okay. You know Wild Cherry.
Oh, I know. This is from the Wild Cherry program.
Right.
I'll talk on that in a minute.
Okay.
And so, oh yeah, but those guys are, as far as age concerned, these guys came way after the fact, and they wouldn't ride like I was riding.
Right.
I was a wild rider. I wasn't a club rider. I go to the valley, go to the valley to the Compton, watch. I was all over. Some guys low ride, stayed in their own domain.
Right.
Your own territory.
Their own area.
Your own area. We out Pomona and doing this, and then even when the guys they go to car show, they all go as clubs together. So we didn't worry about that. We didn't do what we had to do, and so but it was all good. But it was good. Now, real quick, now what I want to say, because I know I will get Wild Cherry, Daryl Dixon, credit for what he did.
And what was that?
And what Daryl did, he took something that we all wish we had did or could do. He established the Hall of Fame. When he first started, it was the Black Lowrider Hall of Fame, which is good. But I don't know, maybe it was peer pressure, get more people involved. He just changed it to Lowrider Hall of Fame. And he incorporated it. He got it incorporated, and whatever you got to do, you know, which is okay, cool. But he did it. I'm glad people, we needed it done, but because the Mexicans got their thing anyway, they do their thing, but we needed something for ourselves. The only thing bad about it, about that there's no place to see pictures, no building to go to. So, oh, this so-and-so called, You don't have that. Hopefully one day that could be established. Not saying it won't happen, but one day that will be established to do that. But I will give him credit for taking the initiative to put it out there to do it. And I commend him on that. And I was in the first class.
Right, I see that.
Yeah.
First annual.
First annual. But in the same thing, but in the same way, even on the first annual, and I was somewhere in the club to help put it on, out of respect to my OG lowriders that came before me, I told Daryl I couldn't go in until this guy go in, that guy go in.
And you know what? I'm gonna speak on something also. I get a lot of people telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like that also with, because they have video people in there now.
Okay.
Okay, and you know, I know of a lot of, not your time, but
Right.
80s, 90s, hard lowriders. Okay, no, let me finish. When it was real strong gang banging in the street, and those guys was the ones that was real low ride real hard, and they always say, how can I go in when the guys behind me not in?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Not taking a shot at nobody, but
No. Sometimes you have to take a stand on what you believe. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. And like I said, I commend him, but I can't see. I mean, some of the guys that going to the Hall of Fame for what they're doing. I mean, what have you earned in yourself? Not just because of the car, of respect. What are you doing in the community? What are you doing for people around you? What are you doing to give back? Just because you got a fantastic paint job don't make you a Hall of Famer. Just because you got all chrome hookup in your trunk of your car don't make you a Hall of Famer. What is that? Now I don't know who to judge it, but anyway, getting back to what I was saying, I told Daryl, listen, man, I cannot go in there, man, before Bob Murphy, the guy I was before Bob Murphy, and then a couple of guys, and then after that, the following year, I got the people like Kenny Williams, JoJo Brown, you know, Ray Lydell. These are guys that I rode with, they rode before me. I mean, these guys are hardcore lowriders. You know, I even had a friend of mine, mother is in the Hall of Fame. She had one of the first customized Ford van, Econo van, and she painted it up. William Bryant painted it up. She had suicide doors on it, you know, in the whole 9 yards. But anyway, I told him I couldn't. So he was able to put Bob Murphy and a couple of guys in the same year, and I let them go first.
right.
I couldn't anywhere in the world I'm going to go there to these guys. You know, you just don't do that. But that's where Terry does his thing, which I ain't gonna knock him for doing things. But you got to understand, you know, where he get his support from. And where he get his support from, it's okay, because he's trying to make money. I'll be honest. I don't. One thing about me said, I don't have to bite my tongue about what I say. I'm 70 years old. I don't have people. They're trying to get where I've been already. I've been there. I don't have to appease people to be who I am.
Right.
I don't have to do that. I tell you, I'm not going to disrespect you. You can. Anybody can always, if they don't like what I'm saying when they see this video, you can always call me and talk to me. 323-672-0657. 323-672-0657. Call me and talk to me as a man. We can do that. We don't have to agree to disagree. That's the kind of person I am. I don't keep it. You don't like what I'm saying? Talk to me, Tim. I don't agree with all of you saying. Okay, fine. I still love you. I'm not going to trip. But sometimes, like I said about Cuda, I'm so proud of Cuda. He called me one day and said, "Simeon, I want to do a thing with you, man, because you need to tell your story."
That's what he told me. And I told him I was coming over here, so he got a little excited.
Yeah, he says, "Man," I said, "Man," I said, "Cuda, man, I said, man, the thing about it, it woke up something inside of me. Cause I've been laying dormant. Like I said, I never talked about this car to nobody. I don't do interviews. Everybody want to talk about the disc, I don't know, but it was a way that you talked to me and called me up, and we talked about it.
We talked a lot.
Yeah, and when he called me, he said, "Man, it sparked on me. So I'm glad to do this with you. That's why this car had think about it. This car hadn't always been sitting here. It haven't always been here. I've been at different houses. They moved here and there.
Right.
But at least it still runs.
Said low key TV breaking fools off. What up, my nigga? Said low key TV breaking fools off. This is a Said low key TV production. Said low key TV breaking fools off. Yeah. You a hopping fool? Said low key TV breaking fools off. Yeah.